Hola, tis I, Alicia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to look into Kody after the tell-all. Got some questions for Kody that I want to get answered. So we're going to start off with, does he feel that he treated all the wives equally like he does Robin? Did Kody feel like he treated all his wives equally in terms of the attention, the love, compassion, all of those good things? Did Kody treat all of the wives equally? And again, this is a tarot card reading for entertainment purposes only. So, Kody, do you think you treated all of your wives the same as you do Robin? No. There's this real lack of wanting to engage with them. It's kind of like I give them what they get. Like, whatever they give me, I give it back to them. He's not going out of his way to go water their plants, if you get my drift. He's kind of like, whatever. He does not treat them all equally. He's weighing like, oh, you did this, but then you did that. You did this, you did that. Like, counting up, tallying, keeping score with them. And so his relationships with all of the other women have changed. They're forming into something new, and he's not interested necessarily in tending to them all the same way unless we are looking for the good of all the family as a whole, which I think that's something he said on that trip with Christine. Like, this is not just about a relationship with me, it's about the relationship for the whole entire family. And so I'll give you what you deserve when you show me my respect. But we also have this card keeps coming up in these readings I'm doing during the tell-all. So now this is going to be my Robin card, the High Priestess. She's over here giving him his wise counsel, trying to help him see the way. So he does pay a lot of attention to what she says and how he's going to move forward in terms of relationships with the wives. However, he also has his own scoring that he's doing with the wives. Well, you did this, you didn't do that, and so now you're moved down a list. It's a ranking order. That's how it looks like. What does Kody think went wrong with his relationship with Christine? Or where? What happened? Where did it all go wrong for Kody in his relationship with Christine? Because it didn't just happen in Flagstaff. There's something else wrong. So, what went wrong with Kody's relationship with Christine? She wasn't on board with this. It's almost like he had plans for the future where he's leading the family as the plans for the future, but she did not want to be essentially a slave to him. He's like my way or the highway. And he wanted her to bend his will to hers, as he says all the time. And there's this heartbreak because she didn't want to do it. She had her own plans and ideas for how she wanted things to go forward in the future. And she was never really committed to perfecting this idea of the family unit. Well, that's clear, isn't it? Now, Kody said he didn't like or love Christine. So why is he heartbroken that she's leaving the relationship? You know, he's like, Mary, he didn't care where she goes. Christine, he seemed to be kind of mad. So why is he all heartbroken that she's leaving? Why is he upset? He's like, I don't like her. I don't need her. Da da da. And then he's like upset. Maybe he's not really upset. Maybe he's just playing that for the cameras. But this is all about the perception that the world's going to have about his interaction, his portion in the relationship. Also, we have a Robin card again. There's this idea that he was putting in the work, and he's afraid that the world's not going to see that he put in this work to try and save this relationship. I don't know what work he put in, but he thinks he put in some work. We evidently didn't see it. And so he is upset that people are going to form their own ideas and opinions about this, and he doesn't like it. And he's also very well aware that there's always been problems with Christine and Robin, that this ending of this relationship is going to also reflect badly on Robin. So that's why he's upset she's going. Well, I think that was an accurate analyzation there, Codester. Kody said he essentially married Christine because she was like royalty in their religion. And he had his line, it's all ego, baby. What did he think he was getting? Like, what does Christine's connection to the religious royalty? And if you go and kind of dig into that story, it's wild. But what benefit was that going to be for Kody? What did he think he was getting by marrying Christine? It was going to turn their fortunes around. This was going to be, God, it feels like very much like mergers and acquisitions. It was going to be good for the family. It was going to turn everything around, this silent connection to the family. It's a mergers and acquisitions type idea. There's this, that's all it is. It was like, this is going to turn everything around and raise the Kody Brown family to another level. like we're going to be so amazing now that we've brought Christine under our umbrella of company. Feels like that. It's just mergers and acquisitions. We're moving on up in terms of within our community, but also within, we're leveling up in the religious realm. I don't know how that works, but you have to have so many wives, I guess, to get your planets and whatnot. And this is a similar type vibe. Not saying I understand that religion at all, but anyhow. Okay, so what does Kody regret about his relationship with Christine? Maybe nothing. Or maybe just trying to bring her on board during the mergers and acquisitions phase. He regrets not looking forward enough and like taking a deep dive into who she was and what she was expecting in this relationship, because he was looking for this was going to bring in like somehow new streams of income, new ideas, new ways of growing the family by hitching their wagon to her family's wagon. This was going to move forward. However, he was seeing kind of that she was more strong-willed than he was ready to deal with. There wasn't any discussions. So while it looked good on paper, there was not enough of reflection of who she is and what she was going to need in the relationship, and he should have weighed that. So it was regretted. Like, it feels like we've rushed into this relationship, and he was looking at it from, like, say, if he was analyzing the numbers, not analyzing that there's a human that you're marrying. Okay, so what sacrifice did Kody make to love Christine? All the sacrifices Kody made to love Christine. That was so prominent with his knife in the kidneys story. So what sacrifice did Kody make to love Christine? It is not much of a sacrifice. It's more of a sacrifice in cloaking who he was to her. It feels like he was putting on a costume when he was with her, so he wasn't being his authentic self. He was trying to play this role that she had wanted him to be authentically, but he was pretending to be this role for her. He was trying to figure out, how can I play this role so I can get Christine to be bending to my will? And it wasn't working. And so part of him is like he lost himself because he couldn't be truly authentic in the relationship with her, because he had to play some role so he could get her to get along, to go along. Wow. Okay. The games. Does Kody believe that Robin's been a good sister wife? Oh, there she is again. Yes, it's just that they're just not receptive to what she's selling. They're not receptive to what she's selling. It's like they politely listen or just look at her and don't say anything. She's coming up with all sorts of creative ideas. She's figuring out how we're going to do things in the family. She has all these solutions, and she's sharing it with the family, and she's telling them, she has all these wise counselor ideas that are going to work for the family so they can move forward together. And they're over here and they're just not receptive. They're not receptive at all to her ideas that she wants to bring forward into the family. So she's doing what she can, and they just aren't listening to her. They're just not seeing how smart and benevolent that she is. Shocker. Let's see, did Kody complain to the other wives about the other wives? Christine made it seem like, well, we were just complaining to each other. So did he do this with all the wives? Did Kody complain about his other wives to other wives? Yes, in terms of everybody's just not listening to me. Nobody's bending their will to me. I'm over here and I'm working really hard trying to make this family work, and I can see what it's going to be, but they're always shutting me down. And so the reason that he vents to the other wives is because he's hoping that within his complaining of what the other wives are doing, that these wives will then see a reflection of themselves and what he's complaining about, and maybe take note and change something about how they are moving forward. He's trying to, the complaining is not like how they're complaining to him. They're complaining because they're mad about what's going on with the other wives. He's complaining because these women aren't falling in line, and you're not falling in line either, but I'm not saying it directly, but I'm hoping that you're going to see your faults within my complaints of the other wives. Okay, what did Kody think about that goodbye, whereas Hatfields and McCoy standing off? What did Kody think about that goodbye McKelty arranged at Christine's house? He was worried about it, but he knew that they had to do it to continue to move forward. There's he's ready, like it's almost like this was a necessary ritual or a necessary scene to film to move forward, to hold on to his family. So there's also this idea of perception about, like, I think this is planning this out in my mind of, like, not my mind, his mind, of how I'm going to be seen moving forward, and I need to, like, not get crazy town here. I need to be seen as the leader and, you know, keep my composure, all of this stuff. I'm still the leader of this family, and I have to hold it together for everyone as she rides off into the sunset and never to be a part of our family again. So he's playing a role. In the tell-all, Kody didn't want to talk about Robin. He was trying to pull some moves, looking at his watch and getting mad and throwing a temper tantrum, XYZ. So why doesn't Kody want to talk about Robin in the tell-alls? Oh, he's playing games. Time for a sneaky snacker. Okay. He's looking, this is interesting, he's looking towards the future. He wants to turn this Titanic back right. He wants to upright the Titanic here. He needs to portray, we can't have more discussion about how Robin is the problem. It's like, this isn't offensive, so we're not talking about how Robin is the problem here. We can't bring this up. So we're over here, and she has to defend herself in her own tell-all interviews, but Kody's not going to add fuel to the fire, is how this is coming through. He wants to make it that this is a happy family. She has done nothing wrong, and we are not going to add fuel to the fire. I'm not going to do it. I need to turn this frown upside down. Going to be some heavy lifting with Robin's frown, but I need to turn this frown upside down. This is all a beautiful family. There is still love here, and we are not going to allow Robin to be the villain. I'm not going to do it. So this is like perception. Like, there's nothing wrong with her, but he's not going to give anybody any reason to talk about her. Okay. How does he think his wives could treat Robin better? That, I guess, that would be just Janelle and Christine, because I think he doesn't have a problem with Mary. Listen to her ideas. She has good ideas. Stop being a fatalist here with all of her ideas. Not all of her ideas are bad. If you would just give her half a shake, you would understand she's got some really good ideas. But yet here you are, and nope, whatever she says, I'm done with it because she's your favorite wife. And instead of taking that position, I would encourage you to see she has a lot of excellent ideas about how we can move forward and progress and things we can do and have happen. She's amazing. She's got all these great ideas. She's really intuitive about everything, relationships and all sorts of stuff. But you think she's here and she's just trying to gaslight you, but I can assure you she's not. You need to give her a fair shake. She is just a Renaissance woman. So give her a fair shake. Robin's amazing. All right, let's end on, is Kody looking to bring some new wives into their relationship? Now you see what Robin's thoughts in the tarot reading are in that video. So let's see what Kody's thoughts are. I can't imagine he wants to impregnate any of them because he's already talking about how old he's going to be with his youngest. I don't think he wants to, but I think he is going to be encouraged to at least start down that path. I think this is going to be like, you know what, I want to, with this feels Robin's influencing here, I want to encourage you to find love in your heart. You have so much love, and this is what God wants for us, and you need to make sure it's not a failure. You're not going to give up on God, are you? You need to put in the work, and we're going to work forward, and we're going to get on that Sister Wives dating app and find us some sister wives, and we're going to fight for what's right, and we're going to put in the work, and you're not going to give up. You're the leader of this family, Kody Brown. This doesn't even feel like he's into it. Like, he's kind of like, meh, had enough women in my life, but this is a lot of energy of like, we're gonna close in on you and force you to, you know, go out and find more sister wives because that's gonna heal your broken heart and prove your love to God or something. I don't know, prove your love to the TLC gods perhaps. But we need to show a light that we can overcome. We need to turn the story around. So, all right. Well, with that, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like. Join me in the Moon Moth Manor. You can get access to early releases and exclusive videos there. And I will see you next time. Adios.